Today another dog talk. We want to talk about the Romanian Mioritic Shepherd Dog. This breed of herd protector, not a herding breed, from Romania. And this Mioritic, as I will call it now short, is an extremely big dog. 70 to 78 centimeters at the width, makes a tall and fast protector. It has more nimble features than your average flock protecting breed, so it's quite a fast dog, but because of its size it can also overpower. It's a good protector also of humans, but especially in home should not be left alone for a long time because it will probably develop destructive behavior. The benefit of such a dog is that it is a low-key protecting breed. In that case, it's hard for people to distinguish that there is a protecting breed beneath all those fluffiness. They're even now trying to get them FCI status. I think in one country they have. So perhaps this will lead to complete and definitive recognition. I think it will, or it already has. But in general, it's just a working dog. And that working dog, for example, how to give you some insight. If you had Irish Wolfhound, but with a lot more hair, this will cover a lot of the face and the body especially, so it has a big fluffy appearance instead of that lean, strong appearance. Oh, die luistert nu toch heel goed, hè?
Ja, het begint.
Dat is mooi.
Het begint heel goed.
Ze kijken echt wel naar jou. Geen meid. Dat scheelt met die voetjes nu. Hoi hoi. So, all snails on the trail. So, the snails normally travel when it's when there's more liquid on the surface. So, for example, after heavy rainfall or just general rainfall, if it was a dry period for a long time. But back to this specific breed of dog. It's quite rare, so you have something special. It also has enormous fluffiness. It would be for if you would cross a Commandor with Irish Wolfhound. I think that would be coming close to the build of this Mioritic. Perhaps a little bit of Caucasian Shepherd, the long-haired variety in it as well, but that would make this type of dog. So you can imagine, like the Commandor, it's very hard to distinguish the dog because of all that hair, and you can imagine the speed. It was also there in the Irish Wolfhound, who also is a cross between running dogs and mastiffs to make some kind of running mastiff. And this is the Mioritic is a herd protector, but it's very fast, supple, especially for such a big dog, which is a big plus, especially if you can get some from working stock. Then you have a dog that is enormous in size, big teeth, strong head, and still very supple, good hips in general, because working will select for those that have better bone structure, more functionality, instead of just looking imposing and big. It's a pity, in my book, that they now acquired the FCI status, but I think this could be the golden era if you need to have a dog with FCI registration, that you can still get some working dogs But often those workers don't register their dogs, so this could be a facade. But look into the dog, let me know what you think about it. I think it's a very nice alternative to other big dogs. The hairs could be a benefit, as I told you. So you have like a enormous Labradoodle, Labradoodle XXL, and then with that character strength and speed. But also a drawback, because also another pro would be that it would have weather and mostly water resistant coat. So it helps a lot under wet conditions and other cold, for example, as well. So you could keep this dog outside a lot better than your average pooch. On the other hand, the drawback would be, if you want to keep it clean, it would be a nightmare, because there's so much coat, so much mud to attract. It also it's hard to see if there are parasites if you take them inside, and they will lose hair. I think they won't lose hair naturally, so it has to be cut or teared down. But if you do it, will be a big process, because it's not a small dog to trim. And me myself, I don't like that. If possible, I would try to not do that and select for a dog that doesn't have that trait. But then again, I'm not living in the cold country. The Netherlands is getting warmer and warmer lately. So it would rather be that your dog has too much hair than too little. One point I need to make is that some people will just shave their dogs down. I could be one of those persons, but you need to keep some hairs there to give the protection against the sun, because if you make it completely bald, it's like those dogs for a period of time. Depends on when you do it, but if you do it exactly with the peak of the summer, for example, like those dogs that have no hairs, you have to protect them against the sun. And especially those long-coated dogs often have a quite light skin, which does not help, because they have very little pigment to protect them then. So please keep this in mind. This type of dog has also a lighter skin than one would imagine. You can see it a little bit on the hind paws. It's a lot lighter than the dark coat would make you believe, but those never need to be shaven. Okay, this was my video about this specific dog breed. Have a nice day. Bye bye.